Race number 2 at Turffontein, 1,000 meters, juvenile plate. First leg of the bipod this afternoon. 3 scratching so far. 4, 5 and 7 are out. Number 7, of course, winning on Thursday. Wouldn't be ready for this race. So just 4 races here. And we have the strong favourite in the form of the very talented Almond C, number 2 in the card, coming back from a rest for Tony Peter, Calvin Abib. The nearest opposition as far as the betting is concerned is number 3, Master Casper, the son of Kawari. And then, of course, Simric, number 1, the son of Vercingetrix. But, Daryl, good to have you with me today. We're going to find all the winners, I hope. Is Almond C going to be too good for them?
I think you're going to find all the winners, Lyle.
Well, I don't know.
You were in devastating form yesterday. Congratulations.
Lucky, thank you.
Yeah, opening leg of the bipods. I mean, it's fantastic to see Almond C back. She was sensational in her first 3 victories. Last time out, I think she did have excuses. Maybe the sticky track of her 1160 got the better of her. Possibly even ran below par. But on a fast run, 1,000 meter surface, I think I'd really want to see her bounce back to winning ways. I haven't bankered her. I mean, I've got respect for Simric. He brings grade 1 form into the race. And it appears as if that's not even the stable elect, because Gavin's on Master
Amazing,
Casper.
isn't it? Yeah.
So, Master Casper cracking post-maiden effort. We saw the specialist run 4th in the Golden Horseshoe. Cracking effort as well. So, I'm going to double up in the opening leg. Hopefully, we can get a result along the way. But I'm happy enough doubling up. I want to see Almond C back to winning ways.
All right, so 2 from 3 and 1 for Daryl. I'm with Daryl here. I think number 2 is going to take a power of beating us, surely, even if the 1 and 3 are good. But we are covering here the bipod, 1, 2 and 3 by 8 and 10, by 1 and 12, by 1, 7, 1, 2, 5, 7, 1, 3, 7, 9 and 10. 480 rand. I see no bankers. We'll go through the card, but we will double up, you'd imagine, here in the first leg of the bipod race number 2. Race number 3 is a maiden plate, 1,000 metres for the fillies and the mares. This will be the first leg of our PA this afternoon out at Turffontein. And it looks a little bit more open than the previous race with number 9, Kia Kahas, your current favourite. About 3 to 1 is number 8, Hey Julia, 4-pull match in those Capnias colours. And then we've got same price, 3 to 1 about number 10, Take Your Place, who certainly has experience, and then 7 to 1 and better bar those. Race 3, 1,000 metres, Daryl. It doesn't look too straightforward.
Lal, I'm actually playing to beat the favourite. Listen, I have respect for her. She's only had 1 start to date, and it was a fair enough effort. Plenty of scope for improvement. Actually, funny enough, I think she comes back in trip. But I'm wary about that form line. So I'm leaning towards number 10 as the likely one of here. Take Your Place. I thought she was very unfortunate not to get up in her last start. She was just punched out with hands and heels. No encouragement with what do they call it? The shillelagh.
Yeah, shillelagh.
Yeah, so you can see in her penultimate start, she ran against winners, Lyle. And you know who finished just ahead of her? A filly called Gimme Fabulous, who you backed yesterday and won. So I think she's drawn on the right side. And she's got her, in my mind, her danger beaten. But in saying that, it was Hey Julia's debut beyond Kindred Hearts. And she's possibly got more scope for improvement than Take Your Place. I'm going 10, 8, 9 in that order.
Great minds think alike. I also thought the 10 from the 8, so that's amazing. We have not compared notes. Race 3, maiden plate, 10, the banker in the PA, from 1 and 12, 1 and 7, 2 and 5, 1, 3, 7, 9, 10, 1 and 3, 4, 7, 8 and 10. And Daryl now certainly thinking exactly the same in the first leg of the PA this afternoon. Race 4 at the Big T, another maiden plate here, 1,000 metres. First leg with the pick 6 this afternoon. And yeah, the betting is number 12, Tiger Storm, quite strong at the moment at 14 to 10. Son of Rafif for Fabian Abib and Gavin Arena. They had a good day at Turffontein on Thursday. Your second favourite here around 28 to 10 is number 1, Let's Play Poker. And number 2, Tyson the Brave, 7 to 2. 10 to 1 and better bar those. Daryl, a few questions. Is the favourite the right one here? Second question, both number 1 and number 2 coming off breaks. Does that make this a bit tricky, this race?
It could be tricky, but I certainly wouldn't be surprised if the favourite gets it right in his second start. He had excuses on debut. You know, he was fancied to run a forward race. There was support for him. He came out a little bit awkwardly and wasn't disgraced. We saw that form line being franked. What Lucy's won again since then and run second. So it's certainly holding up, and he's drawn on the right side
The
of the
right
track.
side, yeah.
Strictly on form, Hatman's got him beaten. He finished in front of him, but Hatman's exposed. But the one's 14-10 and the other one's 12-1. So you make of that what you will.
Hetman has been very disappointed.
yeah.
Besides that one.
Yeah, so Lyle, I'm leaning towards Let's Play Poker. Now, last time out on a soft surface with the blinkers, it was all wrong for him. Put a line through that effort. His penultimate starts, he ran a fair second behind Saint Master. Now, the third placed horse came out and won indirectly and ran second in a handicap. The fifth horse has won 3 since then. So a few equipment changes. The blinkers are off. The tongue tie goes on. I'm just a little bit worried of because in the previous race we saw Gavin Lorena take a ride for Michael Azzi. So I don't know if he was offered this ride, Let's Play Poker, or he chose number 12 Tiger Storm. An improver in this race has to be number 10 Quagga Blitz. He's been rested after 2 moderate efforts, but he's fitted with a set of blinkers, Lyle. Don't be surprised to see him show marked improvements. I'd certainly throw him into larger pick sixes and certainly trifectas and quartets.
All right, there we go. You've heard it from Daryl. There's the pick six up on your screen. 1920, no bankers. 131012, 17, 1257, by 137, 910, by 139, 4, 7, 8, and 10. So the 4 numbers in this race, and I completely agree with you, Daryl. I think it's a little bit trappy, this first race. First leg of the pick six, race 4. And the time to get those bets on the pick sixes, 13:45. Race number 5 is the first leg of our Jackpot 1 this afternoon at Turffontein, 1600 meters. Racing today, novice handicap. The betting has number 7, Chestnut Bomber, as your current favorite, about 28-10. 5-1, 4 and 8. And then 7-1 in better by those. Again, I dare say, it looks quite an open race. We've got Daryl here to help us. First leg of the Jackpot, how many do we need?
I've taken my chances in this race. I'm really hoping the 2-year-old Chestnut Bomber is above average. He's certainly going about things in the right manner. I mean, you can see he's improved
literally
with each and every start since being stepped up in trip. You know, he's damn chestnuts and pearls. I don't know if she won or she placed in the Golden Slipper, but she was very good, decent, and she won over a mile. So I think he's got a lot of scope for improvements. I know the runner-up, the horse that he beat last time out, never franked the form. He does disappoint, but the third-place runner has subsequently won. And I just like the progress he's showing. You can see he's run against top-class horses, Pistol Pete, Cosmic Speed.
Yeah.
So a negative is last time out he had the box seat from the 1 draw. He had everything go his own way. Now he's got a tricky draw to overcome, but I like what I see so far. So let's see if he can progress even further. Number 1 is the horse I backed him up with, a Terime.
A Terime.
Now, he's been rested and gelded, Lyle. You can see he's met Thunny Player 3 times and he's 3-0 to date.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he's improved for the gelding. But last time out, I'm of the opinion maybe either outclassed or too far. Penultimate start in the Derby trial. He was racing fiercely. He hit the front a long way from home. I don't think that was a bad effort whatsoever. So if he has improved and if he's not in need of this, I can see him featuring in his comeback effort. Yeah. So 1 and 7 in my perms. But like you said when opening up, this is a difficult race.
So you're being quite brave here. 1 and 7, first leg of the Jackpot. 1, 2, 5, 7. 1, 3, 7, 9, 10, 1, 3, 9. Cost the 120. You can always add on, but it's 1 and 7 for Daryl here. Race number 5. He's made good cases for them, and that's the novice handicap at 14.20. Race number 6 this afternoon at the Big T is off at 14.55. It's the first leg of our Jackpot 2, and it is a Fillies and Mares 76 handicap. They're racing over 1,600 meters. Betting has it as a fairly open contest here. So I'm going to go straight to Daryl and say to him, you know, Fillies and Mares, Field and More, it looks strappy. Hopefully you can help us find the winners here, because when I'm looking at it, it does look quite open.
It is open. Top pick number 2, Quiet Rebellion. I think she's better on a longer run-in, more testing surface. She knows she likes to be given a chance. She stays on. In that form line last time out, Lyle, Just trying to think who won from there. Hillary Steps won from there.
Yes.
And there was a filly that Striker rode that just got
Yes,
touched
you've got a
off
good memory. I have to write it down. I'll
by
never remember it.
on the horizon.
Yeah.
Lady
Good horse on the horizon.
Little Mary Sunshine. She was behind her, and Hillary Step was behind her. So I think she's going to
run.
go close, but it's certainly no good thing. Number 5 interests me over here. Sneak Preview. Now, she didn't beat a strong field whatsoever. I was encouraged with her post-maiden effort. I thought she improved nicely, and she's unexposed of this distance. Last time out, I've got the feeling that she might have choked up because that was, you can see that effort was too bad to be
not
true.
her run.
Correct. So now she's fitted with a tongue tie for the first time. Really keen to see how she goes. Striker got a good feel of number 1, Darling Harbour. Dropped her out from the widest of the draws. Now he's drawn 3. I'm hoping he bounces her and gets her closer to the pace in the race this time around. I can see her featuring. And then St. John's filly over here, across the pond. You can see in her penultimate start, she got beaten in quite a moderate field off her 84. Since then, she's increased to an 87. I think she's got to step it up again. I've thrown her into my perms, but I've got preference for numbers 2 and 5.
All right, 2 and 5 the preference, but in the jackpot 2, Daryl's going 1, 2, 5, 7 by 1, 3, 7, 9, 10, 1, 3, 9, 4, 7, 8, and 10, 240 Rand. And you can see by the way he's structuring these bets, it's not an easy card. Those bankers may be earlier in the day, but as we go on, it doesn't get easier. That is race number 6. Let's catch this jackpot. Race number 7 is an 1160-meter sprint. It is a middle stakes, of course, favouring the fillies and the mares, and that's getting underway at 15:30. Looking at the betting here, you have a horse like number 1, Chaya Varna, Johan Jans van Vuren, Gavin Lorena, some big names in those form lines there, the William Robertsons, Thunderstrucks, etc. Just behind there is number 7, Mount Pilatus, the 3 horse, Richard the First, a 9 Rainbow Reward. I'm actually quite happy you're doing the tipping right now because this looks like another tricky race, but because there's so many decent horses.
Yeah, I think the class act is Chivana. You can see it's the stable elect. Gavin's chosen him over the very consistent Rainbow Reward, who he got touched off on last time out. Now, he is said to carry 62. He's not the best in over here, and he's got Storgate 2 to contend with. But I certainly wouldn't be surprised to see him win because you said on who he's bumped in the past. So I like his chances, but I've got respect for others. Richard the First, 3 runs back, over 1100 up the Turffontein straight. Cracking effort beyond Dreamland. That form line has certainly been franked. I'm of the opinion that this horse's best form is upper straight.
Yeah.
So I like his chances here. Lal, horse like Mount Pilatus. He's actually got...
it's got good form lines
He's
as well.
got Richard the First Stone Cold at the weights. I think he's 4.5 kilograms better off for a length beating.
Master Christmas, is it?
He's drawn on the right side. He has to go into all play. And then have a look at Super Awesome in his penultimate start.
Yeah,
right?
Dreamland.
He ran beyond Dreamland. He was so far clear of the balance of the field. He's drawn on the right side. He's back up the straight. He actually had Rainbow Reward behind him on that occasion. Then last time around the bend, Rainbow Reward reversed that form.
Yeah.
So
welcome to our world of tipsters.
That's muddling. That's muddling. I
muddling
went
form.
wide.
You've gone wide. I'm so glad to see Henny Krailing on number 9 Rainbow Reward. I saw him yesterday. He's trying to get back in and get some rides, and I think an underrated young man. He gets a ride there on Rainbow Reward. Here's Daryl's pick 3. As you can see, this race, not through lack of talent, it's competitive. 1, 3, 7, 9, 10 by 1, 3, 9, 4, 7, 8, 10. That's the pick 3 starting in race 7, and the cost for that is 60 Rand. Race number 8, the penultimate race on the card, also goes over 1160 meters, and this is 16:05 for this merit rated 80 handicap. Quite a few chances, you would think here. Press a button here and get that betting going here, and you'll see that Longsword number 1 is at the top of the boards. Quite strong at 18-10 in a field of this competitiveness. Number 3, Veldskun, 5-1, 11-2, Bob, number 5 on the card, and then 7-1 and better bar those. But again, I'm so happy you sitting in that chair there. Longsword, 61.5, nice draw.
Yes, and let's hope that he can latch onto a horse like Brechardt, who's also drawn high and has got that early toe. So maybe things work out for him in running. Thought he was a bit unfortunate last time out. I'm actually still paying off my bets I had on him.
Oh, so that's your money.
Yeah.
4-1 into 9
Yeah,
to
we
4.
had the maximum on him. I thought he was unfortunate, like I said. The winner got first run. It was over 1,000 meters, and coupled with that, Lyle, he hung out, and when he straightened up, he was closing in. So the extra 160 right side, I think he's going to go very close to winning. But it was like Veldskun. He's no slouch. Now, last time out around the bend, he was drawn awkwardly. I'm just willing to put a line through that effort. His penultimate start, he had excuses at the gates. He didn't get a clean break, and it was a cracking effort up the turffontein 1160. So just put a line through his last start. We're going to see an improved effort, and I think he is Longsword's biggest danger. And then you can never discount this horse, Lulu's Boy, Lyle. I know he's getting long in the tooth, but he's very, very consistent. 1,000 meters on the inside track against a horse like Chocolate Soldier is not his cup of tea. So
That's right.
he was just run off his feet. I think he's always one that has to go into all bets. So I think if things work out for Longsword, I can certainly see him winning it. But Veldskun, for me, I think represents a little bit more each way value.
Okay, there we go. So race number 8, there's Daryl's Exacta 139. He's included number 9, Lulu's Boy, a bit of value with some Munger aboard, but leaning towards the 1 and 3 here in the penultimate race on the card. Get those Exactas on. The cost there is R6. The final race on the card, race number 9, over 1,160 meters, a merit-rated 66 handicap. Straight away, you know you need to be careful there. It's quite an open betting market as well. Now, while Daryl and I were sitting here, we're just chatting about number 7, Samoa, and the fact that Gavin's riding her, he really gets on very well with her. But Daryl, I was taking your point there. You were talking about the rating and how she's come down.
Yeah, Lyle, have a look. Now, last start, she had the worst of the draws. She was drawn on the wrong side of the track. Barring that, she's finished right close up on every occasion. And her ratings plummeted from a 71 to a 59. So, Gavin aboard. You know, when Gavin jumps aboard this mare, you're going to get a run for your money.
I don't think I've made more money off any horse in this country placing Samoa when Gavin rides it.
Whatever winnings you made yesterday, I know some of it's going on to her for a place.
Absolutely.
I'd like to see Dr. Talliard back in the winner's enclosure with number 8, Dark Tide. Now, this horse, last time out, too far for him. Penultimate starts, 1,000 meters, wasn't a bad effort behind Chocolate Soldier. Course and distance, I think is going to be ideal for him. Another one that's off a competitive mark. So I like him as the value in the race, number 8, Dark Tide. Then you have to include Della's Sword, number 10. What could prove to be the winning move is James has put cheek pieces on her. So maybe that will just help her concentrate a bit.
She deserves a win. I mean, it's been
she does. She's been ultra
days.
consistent. Same mark, right side of the track, she has to go into all bets. And if you're going wider, a horse like Vava Vegas has to be included. So I think we're going to make money in this last race. I think you can certainly focus on numbers 4, 7, 8, and 10 in quartets, trifectas, exactas.
Yeah, we'll pick up some value there. 4, 7, 8, and 10. You've heard from Daryl, 12 Rand. That's the exacta. You can take trifectas, quartets, get onto tab and take whatever you want. That's completely up to you. So, yeah, Daryl might have found us some lurkers here in the final race.